Because what happened with the NSA this week, the federal ruling that Snowden was completely vindicated. And granted, they're doing it a few years late because the NSA claims they've stopped that program. I'm sure they've got other ways of surveilling us. But this is, of course, this was one of the grandest government secrets to ever be revealed. This everything Edward Snowden revealed, and he was trashed by the corporate media largely, and obviously trashed by our government. They're still persecuting him to this day. If he were to step foot out of Russia, they would fucking arrest him and torture him and all that shit. And here we are, federal appeals court this week said, NSA's bulk collection of your phone data was illegal. Absolutely.
That is so. I want to see. I want to bring. So, are we moving on to this segment then? Pretty much.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Let's do that. Government secrets. Segment number 2. Who let the dogs out? What? Who put the last thing in there? That doesn't make any sense.
Oh, how's this for a government secret? Did you know there's like 15 versions of Who Let the Dogs Out? Completely unconnected. They like. Basically, it was like a sport. There's a great podcast. I don't remember what. I don't remember what it was. 99% Invisible or something. But yeah, it was 99% Invisible. But literally back before that came out, it became like a sports thing. Like sports players at college. There were certain colleges where they would stand in their huddle and they'd go, "Who let the dogs out?" And then separate DJs and musicians, one down in like the fucking Caribbean, came out all simultaneously, disconnected, not working off of each other, but working off of that sports chant. And probably they hear people say it on the street after they see a sports player do it, come up with different versions of the song. And if you listen to this podcast episode, like, it's so bizarre because they're completely different, yet they all at some point are like, who let the dogs out? And you're like, how can there be 15 versions of the same fucking song that are not connected?
If I understand you correctly, you're saying that Who Let the Dogs Out is a psyop.
Yeah, it's MK Ultra. I mean, absolutely. Yeah. It turns out the CIA let the dogs out. I don't know if you knew that. They let the dogs out. Yeah.
Makes sense. Now it makes sense. Now I get it. So I'm gonna bring this the tweet that you're referring to up right here. On the multicast. There it is. So that's what Edward Snowden tweeted out 2 days ago. 7 years ago, as the news declared I was being charged as a criminal for speaking the truth, I never imagined that I would live to see our courts condemn the NSA's activities as unlawful and in the name of ruling credit of the
in the same ruling.
In the same ruling, credit me for exposing them. And this is the ACLU. He was responding to this tweet, breaking, a federal appeals court just ruled that the NSA's bulk collection of Americans' phone records was illegal.
Boom.
I mean, when I first read this, and I even talked about, 2 days ago, the ruling, which confirms that we have what we've always known as a victory for our privacy rights. Talk about, this was such a massive government secret and all these things about all of our privacy that has been eviscerated over the last, especially the 20 years, really, since 9/11, the Patriot Act. How do you see this playing out? Because what do you see the effects of this ruling?
Well, if you read the longer article, they say they basically claim there's no impact because the NSA stopped doing that in 2013 or something, and then they also stopped collecting phone data in 2015 or whatever. And I think it's largely horseshit. I mean, they may have stopped collecting because they realized that it was actually useless. It's useless to collect everyone's data. It's just too much fucking information. And so it is possible that they have stopped specifically that, but they're still monitoring people that they have no fucking right to monitor. They have no warrant to monitor them. The FISA court is a rubber stamp 99.9% of the time. They just let them monitor anyone. So they're still illegally monitoring people, but they might not be doing the mass millions of people surveillance, which is why they get to claim, hey, we stopped that program. We're cool now. So the article claims there's no fallout. I mean, nobody's going to get locked up for this.
No. And it's like the other thing too, what's also happened is is a way that they can, legally claim that they're not doing it anymore. Is they've just farmed out this to like, Facebook and folks, and so then it's like, hey, a private company just needs data to help you buy the products you want to buy, which is part of it. But there's no way the NSA and the CIA are.
Listen, the way they entice you to agree to that is sometimes it's just too powerful. They're like, do you want to put cat ears on your photo? If so, you have to click yes. And I'm like, I gotta have the cat ears. I gotta have them. So
everybody can see what you looked like 20 years from now. Oh, we just got facial recognition from 2 billion people. Fantastic.
Oh, yeah. Wasn't that a Facebook thing that went viral? Like, see what you look like? It was like we've collected everyone's face.
We got everybody's face. I was like, wow.
I just got a new phone. And when you turn on the new iPhone, it's like, hey, we're going to set up face unlock and we'll just look at your face and unlock your phone. And I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. But I couldn't find the button or whatever. So I could tell it was because it like shows you, it's like reading your face. And I'm like ducking out of the way of my own phone. So I can be like, don't read my goddamn face.
It's bad enough they've got my thumbprint from this phone.
Did they make you do that or?
Yeah. They made you do the thumb phone thing from my, so now it's like the NSA can just put that on any. Oh, Graham Elwood was up in the book depository again.
We found your thumbprint inside the anus of a man who's been known to do horrible things. What? So, yeah,
here's a shell casing with Graham's thumbprint on it. Oh, well, that's weird.
Why was this shell casing that you own in this man's ass? Just listen.
I was thinking CIA, but you're just making I'm in some weird sex club. That's your scenario. Ooh, here's a strap-on dildo with Graham's thumbprint. This is an odd pairing.
Listen, anyone can fall for the honeypot, Graham. Don't think you're immune. But so there's probably not much fallout. I did like though that Biden did an extensive 2-hour speech on this ruling and how horrible NSA's powers are and the unlimited surveillance. I did like that. That was pretty exciting to see.
Yeah, he talk about he's going to pardon Snowden and Chelsea.
Yeah, pardon Snowden, pardon Chelsea. Yeah, he actually said he had them with him, and he brought him out from backstage. It was amazing. And they endorsed him. It was huge.
And then he sniffed Edward Snowden's hair, which was a little weird, but I don't care as long as they're all pardoned.
Speaking of hair, did you happen to flip on CNN today? Biden has dyed his hair and eyebrows bright blonde. It's fucking bizarre. He's like trying to become Trump. It's so fucking scary. And here's the thing. I looked up old photos of Biden. He was never blonde. It's not like, whereas Trump was blonde and now is gray with dyed blonde, Biden is now blonde, having been a brown-haired dude his whole life. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here?
What's he gonna get, like tattooed eyebrows next? Like what is he doing?
It's like, is that really his last hope of winning this thing, is just to try and look as much like Trump as possible?
And there's some idiot in his team going, this will get us a 7-point bump or something. And what, with a poll from a 90-year-old that watches CNN or a 93-year-old that watches Fox or whatever, you're like watching those two.
We have 3% of the population says they would absolutely vote for you if you just had like Hulk Hogan style doll hair on your head. Then that's what they said.
We just focus grouped it, and you're going to get a 9-point bump if you get a neck tattoo. So
get the trilateral commission symbol.
Oh God, it's just like these weasels are in just every filthy connected. Oh God. All right. Is there more we want to discuss with the good folks at the NSA and how they've become more of a non-for-profit that just does like worker co-ops now? They're not monitoring us.
Yeah. They quit monitoring. They actually just help out food, not bombs, mainly. That's all.
They do a lot of Habitat for Humanity stuff. And
they have vegetable recognition now, where you just hold a vegetable up and they know what it is, and they get it to everybody around the world. It's really nice of them. It's really cool.
No, I want all of all of our listeners and viewers to go to the NSA's farmers market. It's really cool. There's face painting. It's like stuff for the kids. It's really like they're not those bad guys anymore. You know what I mean? They're doing good work. They're really doing good work.
They just tried a little LSD and it all changed. It all changed.
And then the CIA's joining them, like Gina Haspel's in a dunk tank. It's so fun. It's so fun.
Dung tank or dunk tank? Because if it's a dung tank, I'm cool with it.
Either one. It really depends on how they set it up and what the codes are, but it's like a state fair. Hey everyone, great ways to support the show are go to patreon.com/Graham Elwood, where you get bonus content for as little as $2 a month, or rockfin.com/Graham Elwood, a blockchain cryptocurrency platform. That's the future. Also, GrahamElwood.com, where all my merchandise is on sale and ships exclusively with the United States Post Office. Like my Vigilante Volume 2, The Dark Knight. We only made 50 of them. They're going fast. Go to GrahamElwood.com to support the show. I'm on Venmo and PayPal, P.O. Box, all of that, GrahamElwood.com.